DJ here with another Funko Pop review. Today we have the Zero movie moment celebrating the 25th year anniversary of Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton. And we have not only the box lunch exclusive regular pop, but the chase as well. And with me today is Mr. Transformers 96.
Yeah, very excited to see more Nightmare Before Christmas pops. I'm quite a fan of the movie.
Yeah, and I really do have to say, I think I enjoy this. Just, even though it's not like the best movie moment, I still really enjoy this figure.
Yeah, I think it has a nice presence, especially in box. I think it has a nice look to it. I like the fact that he's kind of like floating he almost looks like he's about to phase right out of the package and fly right through it.
I definitely get that feeling too, and I do like how open this box is as well. I feel like some of our movie moments feel a little closed in, so I really enjoy seeing how open this is with the almost like wraparound clear plastic in the front.
Yeah, everything's very visible. And then one thing that I particularly like, and maybe we just got lucky on these two, but the stickers are very even. Both the box lunch exclusive sticker and then the chase sticker are very nicely placed and even.
I do have to agree with that.
Sorry about that, we ran out of space there for a second. But yeah, overall I think that it does look very nice in package, and it has a good visible look with the stickers very even.
And you can very much see the base really well and just the whole pop very well too, where I feel like sometimes you can't quite see the whole entirety. And I like the little windows up top too. Exactly.
And as it says, this is a box lunch exclusive. We did chill outside of a box lunch for about 2 hours this morning at the time of filming this. And we were very happy to say that they had 15 chases. So we were seventh in line and just, plenty of time to get it. Which is great. And they did have a buy one, get one 50% off deal, so we were able to get the standard version for 50% off, which was quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, I was really happy to hear that they had so many. Like, I was really surprised to hear that there were so many chases. Like, I figured they would have a good amount, maybe, like, 6, 7, 8, or 9 chases. But to hear they had 15 is just shocking. So they must have had quite an inventory of just the regular zeros, because I'm estimating this chase is probably, like, with the amount of chases, it's like 1 out of 6, I would have to say. So I mean, 15
16
chases
times 15.
I'm not doing the math.
Me either, but it's just about 100, I think. So, and they had a huge like pyramid set up behind the register, and then below them, just in like actual cases, were more of them. So there was a ton there. So whenever they do an exclusive drop, it's always quite large. I like the color scheme a lot. I like this black and really kind of dark olively yellow or green. I mean, yeah, I think that those look very cool.
Yeah, just so you know, wrong color. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's really awesome. I noticed that they put the chase picture on the back.
Yeah, it's full white. And that's one of the things that we're definitely going to talk about is the difference in color, because the version that is the chase does glow, and it does have a different paint scheme because of that, just on Zero. But yeah, overall I think this looks like a nice set. We're ready to bust them out.
Yeah, definitely. Let's open them up.
Let's do it.
Here we have them outside a package, and I have to say they look fabulous, and I absolutely love how the base looks.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool little movie moments. They're not as movie moment as I would like, though. I kind of prefer movie moments that have two characters in like a specific scene. This is more of just, him flying by his little doghouse, but it's still quite nice.
Well, I feel like it's the movie moment, like the portion of the film where Jack's already walked away and Zero's like trying to trail after him, and you still see his like little doghouse in the background.
Yeah, I just think you get less than other movie moments, and it's the same price.
mean, I will give you that, but I also think that most movie moments have a base to them, and that's about it. They don't really have any background to it, and so I feel like the doghouse kind of stands in as what they would think that second character is. Because I mean, even with the Pennywise movie moment, you get like just a face of one pop and then a full pop.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like maybe they're using the doghouse as like as if it was an additional character.
Yeah, kind of trying to justify it that way.
Yeah. But
just going over the regular edition, we can start off with the biggest thing is Zero. Of course, that's the only difference between the two. And I like Zero's position. I mean, he's got a nice happy look to him, and he is flying on a clear little base there, and then his little tassel does flow out more extreme than even the regular edition of Zero, which we do have. This is the exclusive.
have a good movement to him.
Yeah.
And the exclusive is last year's Box Lunch exclusive, if anyone had any questions about that.
Box Lunch seems to get a lot of Zero exclusives.
Definitely, and I think it's kind of a character reserved for them.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting and kind of neat. Their last exclusive obviously had the rib in Zero's mouth. This one is just more of a plain one. The ears are about the same. They are... I was almost going to say they're extended a little bit more on this one. Maybe just slightly more. They're a little more curled up on this one. But I do think they look nice. This Zero has full head, swivel. And the one on here does not at all. This is a full statue. Nothing moves on this, which is disappointing to me personally.
I would definitely have loved having the head have some kind of range, because then you can pose it, you can at least stage it a little differently, all depending on how you wanted to display it just in general. But I think they very much, in a sense, had an artistic choice and stylization that they wanted to go with without people, doing it themselves. But I can also see the reason why they kept the swivel, because if you look at the ears are right up against that house, and if you try to move it, it's gonna hit the house.
But if you want him to look straight on, the direction the house is pointing, it would have worked fine. I don't see a reason for there not to be a swivel, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I've seen other pops where you have less motion and still a swivel.
Yeah, so. It's just, it's something that they always include, and unless there's a reason, Headless Nick doesn't have a swivel, I think, and there's a reason for that.
Well, yeah, because
or nearly had this exclusive. But yeah, the exclusive one is in the same pose and everything, it's just a different color because it glows in the dark. And even without the glow in the dark feature, I think the chase, sorry I said exclusive, I mean chase, chase is the best in general, in my opinion. I know that you don't completely agree with this, but I personally like the white more than just the clear. And the exclusive from last year is kind of in between. You have a slow transition from fully translucent to fully painted. I
feel as though if it was my choice, I would have went with the same tone of plastic as the exclusive for the regular, because I feel like you'd still get that white feeling from the movie, but still have him the sense of being a ghost.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the transparent is a little too much. It looks nice, it looks cool, but I feel like you lose that kind of aspect of Zero, because I feel like Zero is supposed to mimic, a ghost in a sheet.
Yeah.
If you look at it that way.
He's supposed to be white that's semi-translucent.
Yeah.
And the regular edition is just full translucent.
So I feel like the middle one would have been a good color for the regular, but I do, in this case, if I had to pick, I feel like the chase is probably the best out of just the two movie moments.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to seen the regular be that same color as the exclusive.
True. Yeah, so it is weird that they do have such different paint jobs as far as that. As far as the house goes, the house is alright. I like the design of it, but I think there's a serious lack of detail. It's the top, the roof, the kind of...
The roof has a great detail, but I also like the texture, too, and the shimmer they have to it. There's a greatness to that, so I wish to have seen it throughout the whole entire house.
Exactly, yeah, the roof line is quite nice, but then the sides and the front and everything are a very dull plastic.
And you could definitely see the line of where... Oops, sorry. If you push the two, plastics together, you can tell where it wasn't, one cast. It was a full, two different casts just put together.
Pieces that were put together, yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense to me, because I can understand them gluing the house, the roof down, but to have two halves of the house makes no sense. I could have seen them doing it as, just one giant, pour.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely going to keep it hollow, though, because this isn't very heavy.
Well,
the movie moment with Pennywise...
It's pretty heavy.
It's very heavy. That's a solid... the gutter piece is fully solid. This is definitely hollow.
Well, they could still have a hollow piece, but...
Yeah, and do it all in one.
Yeah, just still do it all in one to make sure it's seamless.
Oh, I'm noticing that this little plate of grass on the regular one is kind of ripped up. You can see on the chase that it's not. It is fully down. So that's definitely a shame. I like the line work
I kind of fixed it.
Actual base. Did it actually go down? I tried to move it and it didn't work at all.
I kind of was a little... Oh, I just moved it forward.
Alright, that looks better.
And it kind of worked. Yeah. I've noticed lately on some of their pops, quality has dropped.
Well, yeah, we've seen some issues, especially we did get a Mickey Mouse, which arm was kind of out of its socket. It was still attached, but it just wasn't, like, pushed in far enough, and you couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, so if you're interested in those kind of issues and stuff, we'll go into more about our conductor Mickey in a different video, along with some other Mickeys that we've saw online that have had some issues. So I feel like, just in general, they're getting a little sloppy with their mass production.
It's definitely a shame.
And they also, like, lately, anything that's black has this, like, factory glue or something on it, or, like, this
like a
dust that you can wipe
wipes
away.
off, but it's just, like, it looks gross in package, and it's just unattractive, so, you know.
And it makes no sense of, like, you know, they know collectors are collecting these, so you think they would be a little bit more, like...
There's the paint.
Yeah,
really
paint's bad on this one. I don't want to touch this with a touch-up, but at the same time I'm thinking I might as well just go in and touch this up.
Yeah, you might have to.
I might have to customize my chase.
I do like on the back here, the sculpting on this is really nice, because I like the rocks, and I like the way that the gate is really, like, bent, you know, it has that Tim Burton quality. It's just so lacking on paint. Like, there's no depth here at all. Which
definitely could be some texturing.
A wash in that.
A simple wash could have, yeah.
Because, I mean, the textures in Nightmare Before Christmas are somewhat basic, but they have a real kind of dirty oldness, kind of rustic, not quite rustic,
if you don't
they have
mind,
like an old look to it.
I might attempt my hand at your comment before I touch my chase.
Yeah, I would recommend doing the comment first, because I did think about that myself. It might be worth it to fix it up. I might even paint 0, to be honest. I don't know, though. Maybe not. But overall, I do think that there's definitely a lot more that can be done. Now, what you want to see here is the feature with the fact that it does glow in the dark, since it is a chase.
And normally I think chases that glow in the dark are a cop-out, but I feel as though this one, it works with 0, so, because his nose glows in the movie and things like that, so I can understand why they did it for 0.
Except for the fact that his nose does not glow in the pop, which is a little disappointing, but here it is. With the lights off, let's see if it picks up. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
I do like the way that it kind of shows up on camera.
Yeah, it actually glows pretty well.
As you can see, since the lights weren't shining on it from this direction, it has a little less glow. But
it has kind of a tealy glow to it now that I'm looking at it. When I first saw it, like, you thought it was, like, green. I thought more blue. And on the camera, it definitely picks up more of a blue.
It does.
But in reality, it kind of has that, like, glow-in-the-dark blue teal look.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I do enjoy it. Ooh. It actually looks really like it's floating on camera. I like it. But yeah, what's a big shame, though, is, like you just mentioned, why doesn't the nose light up orange?
I would have liked to seen that, to tell you the truth, because it would make so much sense with the movie and everything. So that would be great.
It would be sweet, and it would be super easy to do. I mean, it's just a different color of, glow-in-the-dark plastic that they would need to put on it, and they just didn't do it. Or paint. Yeah, paint I meant. So yeah. So overall, I think this is an okay movie moment. I don't think that it's the best one. I think that the Night Before Christmas one that's coming out that we're going to pick up at the time of filming this tomorrow looks amazing.
Definitely. I hope they don't disappoint with it. But again, I mean, out of the 2 movie moments, I definitely say the other one's a little stronger, but I do still like this one.
I like it too.
And I like the chase.
It's my least favorite movie moment, though, that I own so far.
Well,
but I like it.
Let's see.
One thing
I don't own a movie moment, so it's my favorite at this moment.
Right? One thing I do like, though, is that there's enough space on this that you can put more characters. However, the ground is very unsteady, so you're going to have to put them on strategically or glue them, because otherwise they will fall over.
You could. I mean, okay, so if you guys had a crazy hair and wanted to do this, it would actually be really easy to fix this. Because if you notice, the base is very simple. It's just black with, like, indent lines. All you would have to do is get some clay. Like, air-dry clay or something. Or, like, sculptor's clay. Make a flat terrain and then just continue those, like, straight lines. Like, all you have to do is get, like, a toothpick or something to go in and indent them and then just paint it black, and no one would know the difference.
Yeah, you lose that hilly texture, and it's probably a lot easier just to glue the figure on.
Well, I mean, not like the whole base, just part of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just mold it to be flat enough in a section for you to be able to put a figure on there without actually, like, losing that, you know?
True. So there is a way to fix it. But overall, It's a decent movie moment. It's a fun one, and I do like the fact that it does have a chase.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we don't get enough exclusive chases sometimes.
No, yeah, and that
So it's
definitely
always
is
nice
appreciated.
to see a exclusive chase, and I think that also helps the stores too.
Absolutely.
So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them.
And thanks so much for watching.